How does a star athlete go from multi-millionaire to flat out broke? Most people think once an athlete signs a massive contract, they're set for life. You see, the truth is, 78% of NFL players and 60% of NBA players run into serious financial trouble within just a few years of retiring. Let's take a look at some athletes that fell in this trap and the money strategies that even you can utilize for financial stability. Number 1. Mike Tyson, boxing. Mike Tyson is a former professional boxer who became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at age 20. Known for his furious fighting style, Tyson was one of the most dominant and recognizable athletes of the 1980s and 1990s. He went on to earn over $400 million during his boxing career. So, what went wrong? Tyson bought mansions, exotic animals such as tigers, cars, jewelry, and threw tons of million-dollar parties. This extravagance and bad money management really caused a lot of issues for Mike. He faced massive tax and legal problems as well. In 2003, Mike Tyson officially declared bankruptcy with over $23 million in debt. Number 2. Vince Young in the NFL. Vince Young is a former American football quarterback who starred at the University of Texas. He led the Longhorns to a national championship in 2006. He was drafted 3rd overall by Tennessee Titans and played 6 seasons in the NFL, earning 2 Pro Bowl selections. He ended up making over $34 million in contract earnings, not even counting millions more in endorsements. So what went wrong? Despite his success, his poor spending habits led to financial trouble. A crazy example was his frequent trips to the Cheesecake Factory, where he reportedly spent around $5,000 per week. In another instance, Young allegedly purchased a $26,000 airline ticket, so he could fly on a commercial plane without sitting near other passengers, effectively buying out rows of seats just for privacy. In 2014, Vince eventually filed for bankruptcy with about $5 million in debt. Number 3 is Antoine Walker in the NBA. Antoine Walker is a former professional basketball player who won an NCAA championship with Kentucky and later on NBA championship with the Miami Heat. Over his 12-year NBA career, he earned over $108 million. So, what went wrong? Walker lost his millions buying multiple mansions, driving luxury cars, and filling his closet with designer clothing and jewelry. He also is known for giving millions in gifts to friends and lost even more by gambling. By 2010, Walker filed for bankruptcy just 2 years after retiring from the NBA, with over $12 million of debt. Now all of these money losses can all be attributed to one thing. They did not hit the subscribe button and tune in every Friday for a new video. No, but in all seriousness, it is due to a lack of financial literacy. Not only should these athletes be paid for their talent, but should be educated on what to do with the pay. Here are the aspects that should have been taught to them. First of all, they have agent fees. Most athletes pay 3 to 5% to their agent. On a $10 million contract, they pay $300,000 to $500,000 instantly. Second, they have higher taxes. Federal income tax for high earners is 37%, and many athletes have to pay state income tax too. For example, let's say you're a pro basketball player on the Los Angeles Lakers. In California, the state tax is up to about 13%. That can mean losing half of your earnings right off the bat. On top of those 2 points, pro athletes have tons of smaller costs that add up quick. Trainers, chefs, business managers, and travel add up fast. And remember, contracts aren't always guaranteed. For example, in the NBA, the average career length is about 4.5 years. In the NFL, it's 3.3 years. And the MLB, it's about 5.6 years. This means that an athlete has just a handful of years to make the majority of their lifetime income. And if they mismanage it, there's no second chance. If an athlete wants to stay rich after retirement, the formula isn't complicated. And guess what? You can follow these to build wealth of your own too. The first part of the formula is to save first and spend later. Pay yourself first by putting aside a large portion of every check before touching lifestyle expenses. Second, live below your means. Even if you make millions, spending like you make less can stretch out your wealth for decades. Third, diversify your income. Build passive income streams outside of your 9 to 5. Invest in real estate, stocks, or businesses that can survive beyond your job. Fourth is utilize a high yield savings account. A high yield savings account keeps your idle money working, and it earns far more than a traditional bank account. The more you have in it, the more returns you get. The concept is quite amazing. On a $2 million balance, even at just 4%, a high yield savings account earns $80,000 a year without lifting a finger. I mean, think about it. If these athletes threw $2 million of their salary in one of these and forgot about it, they would be making more than people make in a year completely passively. Now, a high yield savings account wouldn't have saved Mike Tyson from his spending habits and tiger purchases, but it would have given him a stable, interest earning place to keep cash between fights. And here's the key, you don't need millions to benefit from it. No matter how much is in it, you are guaranteed returns and no losses. It is risk-free, FDIC insured, and is even the perfect tool for building an emergency fund. Honestly, a no-brainer to start one, so click the video above to learn how. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Remember to always save smart and invest smarter.